Bits and Pieces Part 5, it says. Super Mario World game says. We're good to go. Okay, so I recently did actually change up this map a bit to add the Sunken City. But with the state I've loaded, that I saved before actually making that change to the overworld map, doesn't show, so I'm gonna have to just do a hard reset. And the lake just appears like magic. So yeah, here we go. Hack and slash. And the next level after that's the Sunken City. And now there's a little bit of something extra just to make the overworld less bland. You may have figured, considering it was mostly just ground and trees and a few fence posts and a giant castle. There really wasn't too much going on this overworld. So I figured I'd add a little something onto it, even though still doesn't really do much to change up the palette a whole lot. It's still blue, just like the trees, or the big ones. I'm not just gonna make the water red. It's not lava that's there. Something's missing. Okay, that I haven't done yet. Something's missing. Hack and slash. Missing. Missing. Hill? Missing. I'll probably be able to remember it easier if I type bush as opposed to hill. Just taking a few notes down. Not too worried about the timer anyway. I mean, I usually have other things to worry about. Especially in late game stages like this. Okay, good thing I didn't make that go backwards. Oh, Anthony. I don't recall if I've seen you before, or if you're new to this stream. Like, yeah, I do a lot of, well... Actually, I just do so many streams that I kind of just sometimes forget who some of my viewers are, unless they're regulars. This is actually the other half of World 5, in case you were looking for it. Yeah, there's actually 2 submaps for World 5, it's really that big. Okay, I remember this. So yeah, keep an eye on the coin guides. Keep an eye on the holes in the foliage here. Just keep an eye out for the few things you can see and just act accordingly. Keep an eye on the coins. Look at everything super carefully. Certainly could have been way more obnoxious than it is. Alright. It's not that hard. There's another of those tree sections in Annihilator that's like 10 times worse. There's gonna be another of these, but it's like way worse. Okay, maybe that is like the hardest part of that. And this is certainly more of a relief if you just want to use the throw blocks. But I feel like I might actually do this again. Just don't know like when or what context I do this with. No, what about him? Okay, it looks like the overworld event works so far. Just gonna reset the ROM real quick and see what it looks like after another hard reset. That looks about right. Right then, Sunken City. What music would you suggest I put here anyway? Since you said change the music. Still like the song choice, but I am curious as to what you'd suggest anyway. I swear, if I look at the chat too much, I am just going to die again. With all the really fast boos and everything, I'm just going to die. I really like the palette I picked out here. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Let's just try to live. Oh, I said let's try to live, and then I just walk off the block, and then that causes me to not be able to jump, and I just die. I said let's live, not do that. I thought for sure I was gonna get it at this point. Oh, okay. I'm kind of in a tough spot here. Actually, no, it's good now. Was in a tough spot. Yeah, maybe. Finally, back to this. Yeah, after you get through this part, there's not too much left you have to do until you get to the next midpoint. Oh, you're talking about Call of Cthulhu? I think I can find that. I think if I looked hard enough, I could easily find that. This guy's kind of just stuck in place. Okay, I better survive, I better survive. There's a midpoint. See, I knew I was close to it. Alright then. Now here's the maze. Use the arrows to change your coin count. Say, here's the giant maze. That ended up happening with the whole play with the coin count thing. Yeah, at least there's plenty of reset doors, so you can never actually get permanently stuck in the maze, but you can find yourself just forced to take one of those resets, but you can't actually get, like, forced to just take a death or anything like that. Okay, I thought for a second I was gonna have to use one of those doors. Oh, hey there, Awesome Yoshi. I'm just trying to remember how I actually did this. I also gotta be ready for the one that's in the Annihilator as well. There's also another of these mazes in the very last level in the special world. Oh, really? Okay, I think this might... Alright, take that, sure. But I think I have to grab this. Then I think I have to get this one. Wait. Up here. I think we're almost done. Down here. I think we're good. And we're good. There we go. Alright, so that's the maze. Maybe I should add another midpoint to this level too, because that maze, though. Unless you really know what you're doing, that's probably gonna take a long time to get through. I think I got myself stuck here. I'm gonna take the hit and just go through. I'm gonna have to take the hit, no choice. That's something I'm probably gonna write down real quick. Sunken. Actually, I'll write it later once I don't actually have to worry about enemies. Oh, maybe not. I actually remembered there being a whole entire other room after the underwater section. Turns out I must have actually removed that entirely. Because I figured after the maze. Player would have been through enough. There's just one last underwater section and then the level's over. There was another room that got cut entirely. So I think the level's fine like that. I thought the other room with all the pitch and chucks and more of the red and blue arrows was still there. But obviously it's not. Would be interesting to show that room off again, but... Nah, I probably won't. Got, like, so many other things to do instead. I didn't even answer your question, physicist. I wasn't even looking. I was just looking at, like, what happened to Ice Island. Apparently it's cancelled. I actually missed your question. Must have never played the Castlevania game that took place in an Eldritch location, then. Because this is definitely one of those Eldritch locations that you never see in a Mario game. More likes than I'll probably ever have in one of my videos, unless I get extremely lucky or just do something huge. I'm going for neither of those, actually. I just gotta jump through there. Hey there, Shy Guy. Oh, hey, midpoint first try. No, I just threw that away. Okay, I definitely deserve to lose that. Alright then, on-off switches. Yep, more of bits and pieces. Okay, I think the ground was there, and I think there was another piece here. Okay, we're good. Oh, really? What the... He's overreacting. He's gotta be overreacting. I got 2 dislikes and no likes on one of my Clone Hero videos, and, like, you heard nothing of it. So that guy just sounds like he needs to grow up. The crying didn't seem fake. I don't know what to say about that. I really do wish there was maybe a way to make it less loud. I mean, this is like the one level where you really have to deal with it, plus a room in the Annihilator. Oh shit, there's another of these. Might run out of time if I don't do this just right. Might be in trouble here if I don't just speed this up or take chances. No, I think we're almost done. We're done. Yeah, we're done. Okay, I thought the music wasn't gonna play for a second. I was actually getting a little concerned. Really should consider playing one of the Earthbound games sometime soon. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to take a note of real quick before going into Fort Gaspar. Anything else I might want to fix on this submap before I forget about it. So yeah, seeing red. I probably won't have other things to do. Gonna go straight into the fortress at this point. You can grab some more coins right at the start of it if you really want to, but just gonna try and get into the fort as soon as possible. Not gonna jump high enough, and then I'm going to just waste a completely good power-up. Which I'm probably going to want to have for a level like this. I'm probably going to really wish I didn't just throw that away. And then again, I just got it back. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one, though. Maybe I can make good use of it? Maybe? Oh, nice. Nice throw. Maybe I can use the axe? Yeah. And I just completely failed to use that. I can still fight them with fire at least. And I have a backup now again. Actually, it's from Final Fantasy, but yes, it did get used in Brutal Mario. I'm sure most people who are aware of SMW hacking Like, if you tell them about this song, they'll say, oh, Brutal Mario. You're not wrong, though. So I'm gonna die here to test the midpoint again, which works. Then we have the spotlights. Looks like the spotlights are actually rotating as you move further and further toward the right. They're kind of just slightly rotating around. Even though it's just you moving right. He just jumped off. That makes it easier for me. You're not that bad, but I think I will make a note of that anyway for Gaspar Spotlights. I'm gonna make a note of this anyway, just in case maybe you're not the only one who feels like those spotlights are kind of overkill. I'll write that down anyway, just in case. Yeah, I was supposed to jump there. I was really supposed to jump. Now I'm like, whoa! He didn't even die somehow. And somehow he lived. That's weird. Really hope I don't hit, like, another lag spike. Or just hit another anything. I just did hit something else. How did I even keep the other power-up is beyond me. How did I even keep that? I'm probably gonna lose nothing again. Wow, that was another clutch. That was another clutch move right there. Really keeping this alive on miracles. Not that common for me. No, I'm not getting hit by that many of them. Yeah, duck jumping here makes that way easier. Okay, this is fun. Oh yay, another midpoint. So let's just test this one real quick too. Actually, I gotta take the pipe here. If it leads me to where I think it's gonna lead me to, then it's good. So this pipe should lead me to that exact same room, if I'm not mistaken. And it does, so we're good. Oh, another of these. I think this might be optional, though. I think this is actually optional, it's just for a moon. I'm gonna go for it anyway, see what happens. These boos are gonna make it, like, trickier to think about what I want to do. Did you know there's this one SCV4 hack called Other Castle, as in the one made by Boga Boga? Yes, I definitely know about that. Took me 3 hours to beat that on my very first try. Still managed to do it eventually. I feel like if I ever did it again, it would probably take less time than 3 hours just to do it a second time. I think we got it. And we got the Kudos Moon, nice. I think I do have to do this part, though. Just have to run and spin jump past all the enemies. That'll make this vine appear. Well, if I really wanted to, I could have maybe used the booze just to work my way up there. Dang it! That sucks. Does what have custom bosses? I was trying to figure out what he was asking about had custom bosses, and I just missed a super easy jump. The easiest way that I can think of you doing that is just using Ice Guy's noob boss sprite. Because there's just so many different ways to customize that into something that could easily pass for a good boss fight. But given all that power, there's just as many ways to make a horrible boss fight that's completely unfair. I've seen more than enough of those to last me an entire lifetime as well. Alright, there we go. Not that I recall. Let's actually nail this jump properly this time. There we go. Dodge these, because that's another obstacle. One of many. Okay, that's not good. I just lost 2 power-ups. That's not good. Gotta be ready to react to that again. Oh, hey, another midpoint. If I'm not mistaken, the bosses are hardly even changed at all. But the boss order is different. Like, you encounter Gaibon way earlier in Other Castle than you do in the original game. Because he is just that easy. Might as well knock out the dry bones that switch while we're there. Okay, that was a kind of a close one. Oh. If I really want that axe, I'd have to double back for it. If I really wanted that, I might not even get much use out of it, because it kind of just goes away at the end of a level anyway, so there might not even be a point in putting it there at all. This is actually the last room, but I don't even remember for sure. And there's another 3-up moon in here, but I'm not gonna go for it. Actually, no, there is another room. So yeah, the one with that axe in it, that's not the last one. I think this is the last one, though. This is probably the last room, though. You duck here. I gotta grab on some vines while you're here. I'm just trying to make the ghosts move in such a way I can easily just pass them, but they're being pretty annoying right now. One wrong move can easily get me killed. Is that gonna be Ivan's tagline? What the fuck is this? Oh, welcome back, Ivan. Oh. We're almost done. I think we're almost done in this room and almost done the first part of the fort. By extension, like about a third of the way through. Just let these ghosts move out of the way. Take the door. And I think we're done. Yup, we're done. That was a real pain in the ass. And there's 2 more parts of it to come. So let's go to part 2. Here you can kind of just, if you can go fast, do so. We're gonna do more of the really fast moves. We're gonna do some more of that. I'm sorry, who made this hack again? Oh, it was me. I can't make that jump. With a double back. Or retextured Eries. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's only in the special zone where you have to do all that crazy stuff. And I'm going to be attempting it. It's probably going to stay as hard as it is, if you really want that challenge. I want to leave it in as the challenge for super players. They still nerfed it quite a bit, actually. So it would be, like, not just possible, but also feasible as well. Oh, a little lag spike. Didn't really do much of anything, though, at least. One more room and then we're gonna have a midpoint. Yeah, attempt that stuff at your own risk. It's extremely hard. Yeah, we had this bat in the abandoned mines as well. And this one doesn't require hearts. You just have to not touch anything that's solid ground. Or like, you just have to not land on ground. Except for here where you kind of gotta de-transform just to continue going. That's kind of where the flying part ends, actually. Well, that was dumb. I'm gonna lose. Yeah, so do I. You might feel like you might just be better off watching me do it. Annihilator. I should be looking at another checkpoint here. That should ideally work. And it does. There's a little maze here. That guy is not coming back. And this too. Yeah, this is pretty cryptic, you're right. Oh, never mind, I'll get hit. just want to go in the door. I just want to try to go in the door and see what happens. If I take this door, what happens? I mean, I kind of already have a coin trail up here anyway, telling you to use these bullet bills, but maybe I would still need to reevaluate that. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a coin trail pointing you in the right direction anyway. If there isn't, then I'm probably going to put one. If I'm not mistaken, there was one, but... make everything less cryptic. Yeah, there's some sort of a coin trail, but I might want to make it look a little more realistic, or make it look a bit more sensible than this, because from the way that looks, it looks like it's just telling you to kind of just jump off the ledge there. Wait, what's in here? The blue switch. Of course this guy's back. Oh, shit. I mean, there were more clues to help you out with that as well. Okay, a blue P-switch, even though I need the silver one. Might as well dupe that for the fun of it. Now then, the switch we need, but still gonna have to get around that guy. Now, I might want to make this room a little less demanding, who knows. Okay. We're out of there. One more midpoint in this level to go and test. Gotta go all the way here to take an instant death. But at least it does work. I mean, it wasn't meant for you to figure it out super easily. I mean, that was meant to be challenging to get the right combination. It was the first time I ever tried a sort of lock puzzle like that in a ROM hack. First time I ever tried that kind of puzzle. I just had to read all the clues carefully to get just the right order of blocks to hit. If enough people bitch about it, then I'm probably never doing it again. I mean, this hack was just full of things that I pretty much never tried before, well, this hack. This hack is full of firsts, really. Okay, I can do that, it turns out. Remove the puzzle entirely. It took me a while to even set that up in the first place. It's not something I just want to throw out entirely. I mean, nothing really is stopping me from doing so. It's just kind of sort of attached to that puzzle after just trying to establish it. Spending quite a bit of time just to set that up in the first place. Trying to think about how I could actually go about and do it. Yeah, things get all sorts of weird in the special zone. Okay, that's somehow hit me. If I die, I'm gonna try and not die, but it might happen anyway. Okay, got rid of that thing. I think we're almost on another checkpoint. Just have to outlast a bit more of this. Just a little bit more I need to survive. So I'm gonna just make my way through all of this super carefully. Oh! Oh! Okay, maybe that is a little too cryptic, though. Maybe I will have to find a way to make that less cryptic. And that's another of those difficult to figure out where you're supposed to go kind of levels. Well, at least the first part of it anyway. The second one's linear. Kind of gonna get hit here. Not really much I can do. Oh shit. Oh shit. Think fast. And we are out of there. Almost out of this stage. One room away from finishing it. Yeah, more throw blocks. Thankfully less of these guys too, just still the same amount of throw blocks. Just gonna jump around these guys. There's not that many of them here. This is giving me a pretty bad pattern to work with. Got a pretty bad pattern here. The people in Nightfall? I'll definitely do quite a bit more of an explanation on what Nightfall was once I get to that stage myself. This guy is being really, really annoying. And I'm gonna try to just jump at the platform without even seeing it. Really not what I want to have to go for. Could have maybe tried to just re-manipulate everything just by scrolling the screen back a bit. Hopefully get a better spawn pattern. Hopefully just line up the platforms better, but figured. He lied. Yeah, that does deserve a lengthy explanation. All of this was a hoax about a website that was supposedly going to replace Super Mario Central for SNW hacking purposes. And this is just an elevator down to the last part of the fortress level that we're in. And now I just have to jump across some lava and this little platform and we're done. I think we're gonna get to the Ether Gate at this point. I think we're gonna make it there. I just have one more of these to do, and then we should have... I'm just gonna see that we have 48 exits right now. Yep, 48. And the Ether Gate will still not let me in, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna go confirm that real quick. And once I beat, like, final part of Fort Gaspar, then the Ether Gate will let me in. Nope, still can't go in yet. That's kind of the plan. But once we get this last exit, then that pipe should start working. Then the pipe will let us actually go inside. And I might swap out the music here for something else. It's just, I wouldn't know what to pick just yet on such short notice. Oh, that was close. I mean, Nightfall was always a really cryptic level. Talking specifically about part 1. I don't really want to completely and utterly deconstruct that, but I mean, it would be nice to maybe just go into that level and make it a little less cryptic than it is right now. That's why I was thinking about maybe picking another music track, if I knew which one to pick. I might have to slow down here, I'm gonna just die. If I were to slow down until I hit another power-up at least. And focus on the game. Not on the chat. Not at least until we get to some place that's safer. This clearly is not one of those places, though, as you can see. So this should work, this midpoint. Yeah, it looks like it does work perfectly. I'm so glad I picked up another power-up. I was supposed to jump there. Now I'm getting hit for, like, no good reason. Okay, now we're gonna be able to properly see again. But it doesn't mean it's gonna get any less stressful. Now I got 20/20 vision again. Not 20/20, but, well, it certainly feels like that compared to what you were just going through. I'm gonna try to just get out of here as soon as possible. Okay, we're at another of these midpoints. So I'm gonna double check that this one works too. It does. Okay. Let's keep going. Grab this. Kind of just run underneath both the jumping Koopas. Wait for this to fall down so I can jump on it and quickly get out of here. And we gotta just do a vertical drop while dodging these boost streams. Oof, that was actually very, very close. Just kind of back off to here so I can very easily get around those ghosts. And another boost stream here. Just gotta be careful there. One more room and I think we're pretty much done this stage completely. Almost got the moon. Not only did I fail to get it, I actually got myself killed. Almost got that moon. Ugh, that was really close. And I died trying to get it too. I don't even know if I want to go for it again. Yeah, considering... Oh! I'm probably going to want to go look that up. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, considering how that went, probably not going to want to try that again. I think I might be able to get it this time if I really applied myself, but still. I'll know where not to drop at least this time. Got it! And we lived. Nice. I didn't need the springboard for anything. Well, it would be nice. Not really paying too much attention to the chat right now, though. Still trying to get past this level here. We're one room away, kind of far away from midpoint. I'm probably halfway done this room. Once I get it, I'm pretty much finished. Ah, okay. That's not good. I'm just wondering how many ghosts are chasing me right now. Ghosts, what are you doing? I'm just gonna wait for them to clear off screen. I mean, that does make the most sense anyway. So we're out of the cave pretty much. Pretty much out of the cave now. Since I still have fire, I can kind of just shoot down most of the enemies here anyway. And I'm just gonna grab the orb. Fort Gaspar 3 change music. I'm actually going to write that down. Wait, did the exit even count or something? Okay, it did. I think the exit did count. Let's just... Not sure which boost stream you're talking about. There's so many of them. I'm just trying to take notes down based on some of the other things I might want to change. It should say 49. Okay, it says 49. Yeah, certainly, Strike Forcer. I'm about to go to the Ether Gate and Special Zone now. So I'm going to try and get into the Special Zone, and then I might stop the stream. So, at the very least, I should be able to access the Ether Gate now. I hit the 49 exit count. So, I really want to redo that puzzle with the switch blocks. See if it's really that hard after, like, having not touched this hack for, like, a year and a half. So now we can go to the Ether Gate. This completely run-down factory that God knows how long has been like this. Literally nothing in here moves, not even the water. Everything is quite literally just frozen in time. Doors do not work. You have to find hidden passages. Like you have to squeeze through this little hole. What's the Glue Factory theme called? Musica Machina, if I'm not mistaken. And did I add... Which levels do you think really need the extra midpoints that bad? Wait, I think that's just to let me go backwards if I wanted to. No, it's to get me the springboard. Oh, D-Ben. Wait, can I go up here by accident? Okay, invisible solid blocks. Bowser's mouth. Yeah, that's... If there's any level that does end up with like an extra midpoint, it would be Bowser's mouth, even though I really don't feel like it needs it. But it would still be like the most likely one to get it. Just saying. Most likely gonna leave it as is, though. I really got enough complaints saying that's just too hard. That's Metroid. I really did wish I could figure out how to get the chat filter to not censor out swear words. I mean, if you see enough of my Castlevania speedrun world record attempts, you really should be used to it by now. Like, it shouldn't come off as a surprise to you anymore. Whoops. The Glue Factory theme, Musica Machina from Final Fantasy V. Yeah, there's this giant hole in the right wall here that tells you how you want to try and hit those switches, so... You hit the red switch 2 after you hit the green switch. You hit all 3 on the left side before you hit 2 on the right side. You hit the black switch before the yellow switch, but that comes after the white switch. So, taking notes, if you know how to read these clues and take good notes, this can help you. So hit red 2 after hitting green. So we know that we want to hit green. We hit a switch, and then we hit a red switch. Hit all 3 on left side before hitting 2 on right side. So you hit all 3 on the left before you go to hit anything else on the right side if you've already hit 1. So black comes before yellow, but black comes after white. Black before yellow. Black after white. So white first, then black, then yellow. Wish me luck. Green, blank, red. Green's on the right. This narrows it down to only a few combinations if you know how to parse all the information correctly. So I'm going to try... blue. Green, white, red, yellow is last. I'm going to try this combination. Yeah, that's kind of how you're supposed to do it. And then the second half is pretty much the same stage, but now it's actually powered on and there's enemies in it. Once the stage is powered on, the enemies appear. How this happens is anyone's guess. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. You hit one switch on the right, then you have to make sure you'll hit all three on the left side before you hit a second one on the right side. And yellow has to be either like the second to last or the last switch you can hit, with the way I think that's worded. Yeah, now the turn block bridges move in this stage. So now you get to see what it's like down here. Beecroft Stronghold from Artie Lightfoot, if I'm not mistaken. How I still remember a bunch of this stuff from a year and a half ago surprises me. Like, that switch room really requires you to think. Or just give up and use lunar magic, or watch a walkthrough on the internet, but the way it's intended to be done requires you to think. Oh, I think I should. I really think I should do that somewhere. So, Ether Gate. Mushroom in elevator segment. Seems like a good idea, because that's probably going to intimidate a lot of people. First time I ever did anything of the sort like that, and still the only time I ever made an elevator like that. Excluding Annihilator, considering that's just a rehash of nearly every level in the game. Yeah, that switch room does seem really unforgiving, because at first there's 6 factorial total solutions. That being 6 by 5 by 4 by 3 by 2 by 1. Different possible ways you can hit all those switches, so that gives you 720 ways to hit them. But obviously with the clues that you're given, you can just rule out so many of those solutions. I'd be curious to see what's left after you do take in every clue into consideration. Obviously, it's far less than 720. So I should have 50 exits. Yep. And we're gonna go to the special zone. Take a look at it real quick. Yep. This is it, special zone. Okay, I'm gonna see how many solutions are still left after you take everything into account. The green is on the right side, so is black and yellow. Then that leaves red, white, and blue on the left. I do wonder how many solutions would be valid, given all those constraints that the room gives you as clues. I think this might actually be harder to figure out than actually the switch puzzle itself. If I really wanted to be sadistic, I could have asked you that. How many valid solutions would it be after you've taken all these constraints into consideration? I'm gonna see if I can make a valid attempt at it, anyway. So given the green, anything else in between, and a red, there are 4 permutations of that possibility. And each of those can turn into who knows what. But since green is actually on the right side... Actually, no. This doesn't really change much of anything. Yellow has to come after black. And black has to come after white. So there's the 2 possible permutations with red as the last and second last switch that you hit, so we have to cross those out. So that knocks down the 4 permutations from green question mark red from 4 to 2. That's going alright, just doing some combinatorics here. If you're wondering why I'm taking so long to figure anything out, it's because I nearly failed out of that class. I think I'll just try and work out every possible existing combination based on what's actually left. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got a C or C+ at the end of that class. And I'll just cross out solutions that don't look like they make any sense. If I put blue at the end of each of these, what happens? I'm gonna see. Blue goes at the end of each of these. Does it make something that's impossible for it to make any sense? Does it make something that breaks one of those conditions I have? And once you get to university, it gets really, really hard. Like, you have to be serious or you're just going to fail out of it. So I hit a white and a green. Okay, if I think I'm not mistaken, the fact that you have to hit, like, all 3 on the left side before hitting 2 on the right side, I think that rules out the fact that blue could possibly be in the last spot. I think any combination with blue being in the last spot has to get thrown out. The last spot can't be white or black either, because yellow has to come after it, so... I think we can also add the fact that the last has to be yellow. Green and red are already placed. Blue is placed somewhere near the beginning. I think that honestly might leave only 2 possible combinations that make sense. If yellow just gets put at the end like that. Because white, black, yellow have to be in that order from left to right. I think it's just 2 combinations that actually fit these criteria. Down from 720. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope that I'm right. Hopefully no other math whiz just comes in, proves me wrong. Even though it's highly unlikely it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna hope I'm right with 2 combinations down from 720. So hopefully, like, that makes you feel a bit better about the Switch room, knowing all that. So yeah, if any of you are interested, I will actually give you, like, the notes I took down over on Discord. I can send you, like, a scan of the notes, maybe a little explanation as to what I did along the way. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Attempt more Special Zone. Good night, everybody.